Hey guys and girls, my name is Snowy and welcome to part 6 of Venice Vice here in Cities Skylines 1. Yeah, it has been nearly a week ago that I have been playing the game and been playing other games, Cities Skylines 2, but also Drain Sim. And in the last episode was a short episode of just making a metro, so to get people around from, let's say, this urbanized area more to the industrial areas, and also over to this place where they were shouting for people because nobody could come there, which was actually a little bit weird, because if you have like a car and you would live here, I mean, let's say you live in this flat and you drive on this main road, I mean, how far would it really be to take this road and follow it and go then to your work? This is like maybe what, 5-minute, 10-minute drive. If you follow this road, you go here, like that, under this intersection, and voila, you end up here at your factory where you are at work. Nevertheless, we are going to make another type of industrial area, which will be like the farm area. And I have looked at the map and I thought like this island is nicely suitable for that. And we can get our farm stuff over here. Now I can choose for the industries farm or just the regular farm. And for right now, let's get out of this view. I prefer basically the industries version, not the DLC, just the industries, because also from here it's easy to bring out stuff directly from here, blah blah blah, to this train station. That's something that we need to take into account, so we need to make use of this road and this road, and it has to come from that island, so we have to make a few changes here and there. This road, now I'm not 100% sure yet what I want to do with it, but let me pick it at first. Yep, thank you. And then we grab this and this. Let's just take this and pull it over that area, and let's just bash. Okay, that's one thing of later concern. This building will disappear. You go away. Well, I tune down the volume a slightly bit. You go away. And we will change this road into a small 4-lane road. Actually, we can make use of a 4-lane industrial road, which is this one. Yeah, small 4-lane industrial road. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. So that road has to go over this, this water stretch. Not so happy with that. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of landscaping. Why not? Probably this creates a nice flood. Let's just make this a little bit smaller. It looks more natural. Yeah. So let's see what happens if it creates a flood or not. And let me also do the recoloring of that road. So I grab this thing, and then I grab this road, and I say copy that, and I click then this road, and I click paste. Here we go. We get some street wash, all free of charge, and basically we select this option here, and this road will then go to there. Oh, I love that. How that looks. The color of that. Yeah. Okay, let's combine these two. Let's see how this works out. So you go there. Yeah. Take a bend option and a 2x2. That's nice. That's very nice. And basically this can run straight into this area. So this is like all farmland related, which is nice. And this island at the same time is not, you can see the color difference. This is fertile ground, this is not. So if you put like farm related stuff on here, then it will also make farm related items, but not the basic stuff that comes out of a farm, which is usually the grains and whatnot. So let me also make a bridge here, like that, and then let's select the move it mod and select this whole thing, and then Ctrl H it to the same height, push like that. Okay, this looks a little bit nasty, so we can move that by selecting these items. So yeah, a little bit like, yeah, well, something like that. So let's see what we can make over here. So since this is a farm, we will use some rural lands like this. Yeah, gravel roads. They fit with farms perfectly well. So we bring this up to there, and we are going to bring it over to there. And yeah, I did say, you know, that we would not use the farming area, but on the other hand, somehow, I'm just thinking, because we have only a low demand of industrial, so that will definitely not fill this area completely. Okay, let's do this differently. We are going into the industry area. Here we go. So this area will all be like farm related, like that, all the way up to there. It's called the elk zone. Okay, for the time being that's okay. And let's make something simple over here. So in here we are going into the menu of farming, and we grab a main building, which we place, yeah, where to place that one? Let's just place it temporary over here. We will find a suitable spot for it. And then somewhere here, I guess we will start with the first buildings, well, areas, large fruit fields, for example. Okay, those are, okay, let's place that one over here. And let's see what we can do with these roads. So we take these roads, we bring them slightly up, and let's see how far we can bring them to the outer edges, like roughly there, and then to there. That one over there, and then we pick at this one, and we move it to here. Okay, we can also change this from a greenhouse into apples, and we bring then this road up to there, there, and this is like, well, very short, but let's do it something like that. Yeah, let's see what we can make out of that. So we have one of those buildings now, and then here we can maybe plant, is this possible, just this small one? Yeah, again it does a greenhouse. Now let's take oranges, but it fits. It fits nicely. Great. Let's get some more. Now let's grab the, not the animal pasture, this one. Yeah, this one will fit here. That's nice. And then another big one, crop field. We will place that like so. Yeah, that's kind of doable. Let me grab the landscaping mod slightly and do a little bit of changing here. You know, this is just a little bit too edgy. Yeah, like that. Here we go. Okay, now we have that, and let's select the smaller one, which can then place over there. Another greenhouse. I don't know why it selects the greenhouse constantly, but yeah, it does. Anyway, we're selecting this again, and that can be placed. Oh, it perfectly fits over here. So there, and then there, and then on the other side also there, and here. It's just a little bit tight, so here we are picking the somewhat smaller one, this one, yeah. And then let's have a look here, because we're going to make use of the space we have. So we make a lovely bend up all the way to there. And pick at this one, and yeah, just put it like that. Then we take the small one that can fit there, and then again the medium size will fit here. And I think these are enough, you know. These are already like quite a lot. And this is also a greenhouse. I don't want a greenhouse. I want more apples. Yeah, right. So these And here's another greenhouse, by the way. Pears. Yeah. So these will now create all the types of crops. Yeah, crops is the thing that is created. Okay. Now let's grab this road again. So we are going to make some extra roads because we need to put those crops somewhere. And those are in the storage area. So I'm creating some extra roads here. From there to there. Yes, and we go from here, and then we have like down here these things, the silos. I will take the barns and I will create several barns on this side of the road, not the other side, this side. So immediately can, you know, put it in there, one there, one there, one there, one there, and let's say one there. Yeah, let's not be shy about that. And maybe, who knows, maybe one there, so these guys don't have to drive so much. And these barns, they can, you know, they can send out the trucks towards the buildings that, you know, will use the crops. So let's create some extra infrastructure over here, and based upon the size of those buildings, I just have to guess. So I make a road that goes like this, and that will go like that, and then let me check out what is the size of those buildings. We have, let's see, a flour mill, we have like a cattle shed, we have like a milking parlor, and we have like the slaughterhouse. Now I know this one creates animal products, this one creates animal products, and this one creates animal products. And this is the only one who creates flour. This creates 2000 units per week. And I know that this one also creates 2000 units per week. So these two are sort of similar. So I think we could use them best. And by the looks of it, okay, place one over there and over there. Now we're going to tighten this a little bit up because we have some space. Yeah, I have 3 left. So we make this, yeah, something like that. And then we move this building like so. Oh, that does not fit. Okay. Redo. A little bit like that. Okay. Let's redo it. Now it fits. You go there. And then you go there. Here we go. Pick at this road. Bring it out to there. There, from there to there, and maybe even from here. Why not, you know? Nicely in between. Maybe we can turn off the snaps and the fraps and the whatever. Then we have all the control. Something like this. And just in between here. And you know, with a little bend, you know, make it a little bit more natural. And maybe we can even, nah, between there and there, or here. It's a little bit tight, but, or maybe from here. Yeah, just alongside that edge, ridge, whatever. Kind of works. And maybe even from here to there, 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 there. And you know what, to there. A little bit crooked, but hey ho, hey ho. And I'm also thinking what we can build here, on this very tip, by the way. We can build the, where is that thing? The farm maintenance building. Oh, it should be the zone. Okay, here it is in the zone. Now it's in the zone. Okay, let me move this slightly to the right, like that. Perfect. Perfect. So all these trucks are already racing around, so we will pick more of these. So I pick at this one, so I place one there. I pick at this one and I placed one there. And I pick at this one again, I place one okay, there. And then again this one over there. And then we have 3 of each. Can we live with that? If I take another one of these, I can snug it in here together with another one of the other ones, I think so, yeah. So let me put this one over there, and then one of these should then fit. Pick it. We put that basically like that. Yeah, so that's fine. So let me do a little bit coastal work over here. Anyway, there are now enough of those buildings. Now let me make all kinds of connections here, so that the traffic at least can continue in every direction. So we make all these connections from there to there, from there to there, from there to there, even from here to there, because why not? From there to there, from there to there. So these trucks don't have to, you know, drive over the same road all the time. Here we go, like that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So all these guys are now producing the, let's see, the flour and the animal products. Okay, we need to store that stuff in containers. 5 and 6. I think that's a good number. So we say to... is this overlapping? I don't have anarchy on, do I? Or do I have? Anarchy is on. Okay, let me turn that off then. Also, let me move this building to a more suitable location. Somewhere here nicely in the middle. Yeah, nicely in the middle. Right, so with that being said, let's also connect this road up to the main road over here. And also from here to the main road. Then we have multiple options in and out. And even from here to there. So 4 roads in total. Let's give these warehouses some options. So we say like here we put in the, let's say the flour. Here we put in the animal products. Here we put in the flour again. The animal products. The flour. And again the animal products. Right. Now, let me also grab another one of these. And put that one over here. Yeah. So they can collect the crops. Right. Now with those we can create other stuff, and as far as I know there is only one building among the warehouses, unique factories. I mean, it says, if I'm not mistaken, that's the bakery. And the bakery is this one, yeah. This is the only one that makes use of those products. So I will temporarily put it here. And I can pick it and I can create all more of those. So we are going to create a lot of bakery stuff. So that will go from, let's say here. And then to there. Up to there. There and then there, yeah, that's fine. There. Immortal, superklasse. So this we bring out to there. Now pick this one. There. Pick this one. There. And now I'm also forgetting something. And we will use the move it mod to change this. So I'm selecting all 3 of these buildings and we are going to move them all the way that way. Why? Because we need here a warehouse. We need a warehouse here. What is here? Nothing anymore. Huh? So in this warehouse we will store then the unique factory products, which in this case is the stuff coming from the bakery. So we're selecting also another bakery and put that over here. I think that's enough, because I mean 4 bakeries, that's already quite a lot, if you ask me. Yeah, and for the rest, let's see what we can connect. So we can go from here, we can fit more easier, push to that road. Let's connect this up to there, that up to there, and even this up to there as well. Well, we are getting somewhere, we are getting somewhere. So that's one thing. I kind of like it. We have like a little bit of space left here, so why not put a few more? Let's see, these buildings on this side. Why not? Because they produce the fruits and the veggies and the whatnot. Because they can also be used in the area next door. So, yeah. Let's remove the greenhouse because it does not look nice. Potatoes. Let's make this one, by the way, orange color. Wow, lovely traffic with despawn mode off. That feels nice. So get away with the traffic. Now we are getting into this area, which is interesting enough, you know, because if I select this area. Let me have a look. Where are the legs of that? Okay, let's see. So we need to go underneath this, like this. So a 9 by 16. Is it that bad? Okay. Let me make then an arbitrary line myself. Something like that. That can go into that direction, and since this will host the regular industries, I think we keep it also as such, so like that. And from here we're not going to put the stuff underneath the highway. I don't think that looks nice, so from here we bring it out to over there. That will do. I think for the time being this will do. So we are going back to the zoning area, which is this, now the painted district. So we are painting this district over here. Like that. And since there is no fertile ground here, we're actually going to say this district gets the industrial specialization of farming. Now what will happen is that they will get the crops from these guys, and they will make all kinds of stuff from it. Now our industrial demand is pretty low, so I will just start with a few buildings left and right. Like that. Like that, like that. And eventually that will grow. Here we go, and I don't know if these buildings support parking, but if not, then I will give them some parking, like you there, you parking there, let's put parking there, parking there, maybe even a little city park, even despite this being in a rural farmland. But if you now look at this building over here and you click it, then it says basically the real cereal, I mean. So those are creating, what do they create actually? We have a highly educated worker. Of course, it's like, this resembles a normal society a little bit, you know. All managers and, you know, all chiefs and no Indians. Let me drag this a little bit back. Right. Still looks a little bit weird. Okay, now I see. But if I bring this too close to there... Okay, let me grab this mod and we're going to remove this node. Bash. Oop, that was a bad idea. Yeah, that was definitely not a good idea. Remove it. Let me select this road again. Take this option. Connect that up again. That's a nice bulge. Let's see how about here then. We bring this back. Now this is doable because the space to that junction is larger. Okay, so what we can do here is, this is a very narrow gap, by the way. So what we can do here is make the area a little bit narrower, which is okay. Make this a little bit tiny like that. So we basically push this a little bit out. Don't worry, I will also push it back. So, and then we select this option, make it a little bit smaller, and then we also the brush strength a little bit less, and then carefully, you know, smoothen this out. Something like that. Okay, that will I think do. Now let me select these nodes and align them with this. Perfect. And then this little bit over here we can then push to the ground by selecting this option, and cannot upgrade. Okay, then anarchy it, bash. And now we still see this little edge over here, but I think if we slide it back now, I think the problems will be, yeah, less pronounced. I don't know what this is here over here. It's like, let me see, I don't see any double nodes or whatsoever. I don't know. Let me see what happens if I delete this. And this. I don't see anything weird over here, so okay, let me redo them from there to there. Well, it still says so let me click this and then you carry on. You carry on, only, here we go, just remove those. Oh, I think, oh, they're making this wiggle everywhere. Ah, okay, I see. Here we go, yeah, like that. Even here, carry on. Oh, come on, yeah, you can do it. Also here, carry on. Right. So these guys, they are also not complaining. These guys, what they are making is actually, I will show you, it's like if we go to warehouses again, we select like a, let's see, a warehouse, we select this type of warehouse. And let's say we put that warehouse over here. And in this warehouse, my bad, here we put in zoned industry farming products. Yes. There's also some complaints that people cannot get there. Makes kind of sense because you cannot get there from the highway, so you have to drive all the way around. So technically we should need, yeah, a connection from there to there. Now what I will do, let me check out the metro system again. So this is the metro, and we have a metro to there, and this is a metro here. This is the metro that is closest by, or this one. Okay, so let's have a look. We are going to grab the path. Let's see how much people do want to walk. Yeah, let's see how much they want to do it. So we are going to grab this from there, take the curve option around there, behind the recycling center, and this we have to bring out. Interesting. Whoa. Yeah, so we have to bring this up in the air because of that train to 10 meters. It goes over the train line like that, and while we are there, we are moving this also over the highway, slightly bending it in because of the elevation that happens here, like so. And then from here we bend this back like that, and then to there, yep. And then here we bend it back like that, bush, and then we take the move it mod and we make sure that this node is the same height as the bridge, like so. Now look at that. We will select this option and we create like a slope from there to, I think, just here, and then we press enter. It slopes nicely down. I'm missing also a few pillars here, but that's a problem we can solve later. First, what we will do is make this walking bridge to the other side. So I try to go along a little bit with that highway, like in this bend, like so. Yeah, something like that. Let me have a look. So, okay, so then we can make this go on like that, and we bring it to the ground. And eventually we can put this underneath this highway. People can walk underneath it, like that, 4x4, and from there they can basically go to this area, hopefully. Now let us also make a crossing, bush over there, and they can walk from there to there, but I can also make a path that goes into that direction, because why not, from here to there. How lovely, straight through the middle, and also make a crossing there. Perfect. Now they can reach all this area. And will people walk? Whoa, jumpy game. Will people walk this very odd route? I have no idea. But what I want to do as well is create pick at this one. Let me see. They get out of the park here. Okay, wait. We are going to create also a pathway that goes from here a little bit further, and then that way we select this option, and then here we make it also go up to 10. That can then join basically there. Right, so I was missing a pillar here and there, left and right. Yeah, it looks like a lot of hanging contest over here. I don't like that, so let's fix that. So where's the node? Here we have a node. Okay, let's move this a little bit. Okay, so we cannot see the node, but that's okay. We can also say, like, we grab this node and we just copy the node, and we place that same node under here, like so. And actually, if you now move this thing, it's not entirely in line. Now it is. If you now move the node, then the pillar will now... Not yet. Not yet. Well, oh, that pillar is not even higher. Okay, let me make this pillar higher. And exactly in the middle. Right, now let me select this pillar. We bring this pillar down, out of sight, like that. And voila. I think, oh look, there are some people going. That's nice. That's nice. That's a start. Yeah, that's a good start. I mean, they can walk from here, bicycle, whatever, you know, and go basically to this area. And ooh, people are complaining. What's the problem? The problem, you are abandoned because there were not enough workers. That's annoying. Not enough workers. Okay, what can we do about that? We have to bring workers basically over here. I think that this area is not even that noisy, if you ask me. Now what if I just check on noise levels? So noise, you see there's no noise here. what we can do is we can search for a let's see, a building, you know, a nice large building that has a lot of households. 22 households, 128 households. Wow, you know, that's like a very weird one, but kind of like it somehow. Okay, what we will do here is we will create, where are the parking options again? Ooh, looking for it here. Yeah, here it is. So here I will say like, need this one. Because if there are 128 households, then these guys definitely need a spot to park. And that I will create over here. One further. Yeah, something like that. We select the handicap parking. Oh, we have some space over here. There, and there. It's a little bit tight over here, but okay, will do. Control X for release. Okay, then there. Okay, and then we do some EV parking. And then I forgot here that one, and for the rest it's like Control X, and then for the rest it's like fill up with regular parking. Like that, and then bash, boosh, bish, bash. And now well, you would not believe it. Suddenly my video recorder stopped recording and said to me like insufficient disk space. I was like, huh? So I forgot that there was another recording still there that took like 400 gigabytes. So okay, but yeah, I freed up the space and I could continue with recording. So no harm done in this case. So let me also put some EVs over. No, that's no EV. This one over there. Yep, and then we grab this one a little bit back, like so. Here we go, and we can have like a lot of people here. Now, what I also can do here, by the way, this is falling into that area, but we can remove this. Yeah. Now we put like a little district over here. Yeah, and we can click on this and we can say like in policies, schools out. Means like these guys will not really go to school, they will work more in regular industries. That's something, you know, that you can use. There's a lot of people, hopefully that can fulfill that demand, and I don't know, maybe another building could be placed here, since this is not that such a noisy place. So let's have a quick look. Oh, this is kind of nice. Must be placed roadside. These wind turbines, we can also move those to more, you know, suitable places like here. And also this one, we can move that away to just there. Looks a little bit more fancy, you know, like, just like that. And we can also take this building. Here we go. They can just sit there. I mean, why not? And just a quick look, just like something. Yeah, how many residents? 20 households, 28, 50. That's too. What's this? 7 by 4. No, yes, no, yes, yes, no, blah, blah. 3 by 3. And 2 of those. Yeah, with a nice view. Definitely a nice view they have, those guys. Are we going to make like off ramps here or not? Question mark. Let me see. Highway. We're selecting the highway over here. Let me just monkey around a little bit with this. So we go from, let's see, from an angle, of course. Let's do it like this. So it's 26 meters. Huh? Okay, let me turn this off. Then like that, we're going down to 16. Yeah. And then from here. Whoa. No, not like that. Let's do this again. To there. Bash. And then we select this option again, like from there to there. Make it. Still, there's like a little bit this issue over here. I don't really like that, but okay. We can select a 4-lane highway, which is this one, to get a little bit of lane mathematics going. Here we go. Dedicated. Turn off. We also say, like, you know, here we go, you pick your lane here. If you're driving here, you will go there. No if, buts and whens. If you want to go yeah, there and there, yeah, and there and there, yeah, then they will drive, then they will pick the choice already over here, but I will say if they drive here, stay there. Okay. That will do nicely, I think. Yeah, although I'm not so fond of this node. I don't. Let's see if we can do something with it with the move it mod. Just break it away a little bit, like so. Let's play a little bit with it, like that, and we bring this out like so. Bring this in. Bring this out. Now let me select this option again, from there to there. Right, then we select a node controller. We make this slope. We make this slope. We make this, it's already slope. And then this whole node slope slightly. It kind of works, you know, it has this thing that it works, and that's the most important thing. We select this thing again, and we make a similar road that goes from the other side. So let's say from here, we have a space, it can just go by here, page it up slightly to, let's say, 8, and in principle I can just bring it all the way over here, and that would work just fine. Also here we grab the 4-lane road for a little bit of lane mathematics, and with the traffic manager we say, you know, you stay there, etc., you stay there, and here like stay in that outer lane, and also you in that outer lane. Yeah, I mean, at least they can get out of this area without any hiccups. Already some cars are parked here, nice. Maybe these guys also love to have a little bit of stores around here, so we can place those there. And we just place a few offices over here, just like that. Yeah, why not? And maybe a few stores just here. Not too many, because they have to be supplied. Okay, so this is now doing its thing. All these areas are being filled up, nice, so we can make a little bit more. So one more there, and a building over there. Nice. Now the last thing that I want to do is check out this area. Excuse me while I choke on myself. Now I want this stuff to be able to get to the train station. Right, so the best thing of doing that is making a road that goes over here straight into there, and then it can go into that direction. Very well, no problem. We select then again the 1-lane highway, and this one, bring it home down. Okay, so from here we bring it up. 8 meters is enough. You don't need to be going higher. to the other side of the road, like so. And then this will go into there. It's a little bit tight, but doable. We bring this pillar, the circle, not the square. If you select the square, then you select the pillar. If you select the circle, then you select the node. So we bring this circle as close as possible to the road. It might even be on the pavement, that's okay. And here, okay, sort of similar, and then just play a little bit with the curve. So that works out pretty well. Here we say with this traffic manager, like, you are only allowed to go straight on. That's it. And also, you have priority. You can also go on because you will only go to the right. These ones will go there and these ones will go there. Naturally, you can carry on. We don't want any people crossing here. And also we don't want any parking people over here. They can park over a little bit further away, like that. They can cross there. We can also apply a crossing here and then remove the crossing over there. Yeah, crossing over here, they can carry on. And here, by the way, let's have a look with the lane connector. We can say, like, well, you can go there, and if you go there, you go there or there. And these guys can also go theoretically there. Yep. And nobody has to cross here. You can do it over here. Here you can just carry on. Here we go. Nice, that works. And you are complaining about? What's your problem, sir? No raw materials. Fish stick factory. Well, maybe it's that... Oh, it disappeared. Maybe because we don't have any fish industry yet. Maybe something we can work on in the next episode. Or we need a little bit more people. I don't know. Anything is possible. But yeah, this will work out for the time being. So I hope you enjoy this. And before I end, I will apply some trees here. Now here comes the catch. If you turn on tree lock forestry, then it won't treeify the area. So you can place trees without giving up the fertile ground. So you can get a little bit of a lovely edge of trees around this island, that gives it a little bit, just that more of that, you know, that vibe of, like, you know, that it's rural. I like that idea without losing the, you know, fertility of the ground. A little bit of trees here and there, left and right, something like that. And here we can do the same thing. Just going around. Round. Yep, that whole island can be like covered with trees. And I don't think that is looking that bad, you know. I think it's looking okay. Well, guys and girls, thank you for watching this episode number 6 of Venice Vice. If you like it, press the thumbs up, subscribe and hit the bell icon. You help me with that enormously by getting these videos higher into the search algorithm of YouTube. I know everybody is asking that, so basically it does not really make a difference, I guess, but you know, better, you know, if you can do it, it's just one click for you. I mean, that means a lot for me. And thank you so much, and you're awesome, guys and girls. So thank you for watching, and I see you soon again in episode 7. See you. Bye bye.